Hello, beautiful souls. How have you been? Today, I'm going to be starting a 21-day challenge of Dear Time. And for those who don't know what is Dear Time, DEAR, which is very close to my heart, Dear Time means, and so many of you must be knowing, drop everything and read. And reading has been an integral part of my daily life. While I was a child, this was introduced to me by my dad, by my parents, in fact, my mom and dad both. And that continued when I became a mother. I did the same for my children. And till date, books have been very close to my heart. My biggest investment has been on books. And in this series, I'm going to be reading those books which have really impacted me, and have made a major difference in my life. I'm going to be reading, picking up those books. So today, I am going to be reading this, from this book, Forgiveness. This is by Gerald G. Jampolsky, and this it's difficult, because this book is very close to my heart. And every time, you read the book once, I repeat many times. I just want to just revisit the books because whatever you want to take from one go of reading, you take something what is required, and then second time when you read, you again take something. So there is always a lesson to be learned and so much to be absorbed, which cannot be done in just one go. So, to begin with, I have chosen to read the last chapter of the book, which is the epilogue, and that is by the author, Gerald G. Jampolsky. And this is something which I love reading again and again, and here it goes. When we each take responsibility for removing the blocks to the presence of love through forgiveness, what we will experience is going to be peace, joy, and happiness that is beyond our imagination. Forgiveness is the bridge to God, love, and happiness. It is the bridge that allows us to say goodbye to guilt, blame, and shame. It teaches us that love is letting go of fear. Forgiveness clears the air and purifies the heart and soul. It puts us in touch with all that is sacred. Through forgiveness, we connect with that which is greater than ourselves, with that which is beyond our imagination and full understanding. It allows us to be peaceful with the mystery of life. It creates the opportunity for us to do what we came here to do. Teach only love, for that is what we are. In closing this book, I'd like to share with you a poem I wrote in Bosnia in 1998 while Diane and I were on our way to a workshop titled Forgiveness and Reconciliation for Religious and Spiritual Leaders. You may want to read this poem weekly as a way of reviewing some of the forgiveness principles in this book. And let me tell you, I read it, almost daily. Forgiveness. To forgive is the prescription for happiness. To not forgive is the prescription to suffer. Is it possible all pain, regardless of its cause, has some component of unforgiveness in it? To hold on to vengeful thoughts, to withhold our love and compassion certainly must interfere with our health and our immune system. Holding on to what we call justified anger interferes with our experiencing the peace of God. To forgive does not mean agreeing with the act. It does not mean condoning an outrageous behavior. Forgiveness means no longer living in the fearful past. Forgiveness means no longer scratching wounds so they continue to bleed. Forgiveness means living and loving completely in the present without the shadows of the past. Forgiveness means freedom from anger and attack thoughts. Forgiveness means letting go of all hopes for a better past. Forgiveness means not excluding your love from anyone. Forgiveness means healing the hole in your heart caused by unforgiving thoughts. Forgiveness means seeing the light of God in everyone regardless of their behavior. Forgiveness is not just for the other person, but for ourselves and the mistakes we have made, and the guilt and the shame we still hold on to. Forgiveness, in the deepest sense, is forgiving ourselves for separating ourselves from a loving God. Forgiveness means forgiving God and our possible misperceptions of God, that we have ever been abandoned or left alone. To forgive this very instant means no longer being king or queen of the procrastinators club. Forgiveness opens the door for our feeling joined in spirit as one with everyone and everyone with God. It is never too early to forgive. It is never too late to forgive. How long does it take to forgive? It depends on your belief system. If you believe it'll never happen, it will never happen. If you believe it'll take 6 months, it will take 6 months. If you believe it'll take but a second, that's all that it'll take. I believe with all my heart that peace will come to the world when each of us takes the responsibility of forgiving everyone, including ourselves, completely. This is the end of the chapter, and just to let you know, I am a counselor by profession, an author, and a teacher trainer, and I have been, I have been working more on myself rather than the others. In fact, I have been trying and applying everything on myself first, that whatever tools that I use to heal my clients. And forgiveness has been my daily practice. And believe me, forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about yourself. You need to forgive because you don't have to hold on to that anger, the feeling of hatred, the feeling of that uncomfortable feeling. So go ahead, guys, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, forgive all the people that have caused you. Make a list and write letters to these people and try to forgive these people one by one. Where you can write, describe everything, and then in the end you can write that I choose to forgive you for all that you've done to me in the past, because I choose to heal myself, because I choose to heal our relationship. So more on this, maybe on forgiveness, I'll make more videos. But this is something which is very close to my heart. So please practice dear time for your children, for yourself. And it's so beautiful and so easy. The day you decide, it's going to happen. So with this series also, you can begin reading, and you can just begin with 10 minutes of reading, take it to 20, not more than that. I mean, you don't have to, right? So just stick to that, and you don't even have to make a schedule and read only at night or only in the morning. You can read anytime, right? However, it's great if you can read something positive early in the morning, which is just after getting up, like I'm doing, or just before sleeping, or even during the day, right? Happy reading and happy dear time.